honestly, any injury qualifies for a personal injury claim. If you've been injured as a result of the negligence of another, you certainly are entitled to make a claim for it. But what are the most common injuries that we see? Typically in auto accidents, what we see is orthopedic injuries, because of the forces involved in auto accidents often result in injuries to in my client's spine, whether it be their neck or their low back or even their mid back. Those are the most common injuries. After that, we often see injuries to extremities such as the knees or the shoulders, or even ankle injuries are not uncommon. If we see a very violent accident, very violent auto accident, and the client has their foot on the brake pedal, for example, sometimes they'll have an ankle injury. Or often in motorcycle accidents, we see horrific injuries. The obvious injuries, the road rash, the broken bones, sometimes missing limbs. Those are injuries that are certainly compensable, and they're injuries that we see quite often. We often also see head injuries. Our brains are very fragile things, and when our brain is exposed to extreme forces, it sloshes around inside your skull and is often subjected to injury. Those injuries are much harder to identify because they don't regularly show up in all scans, but they're there and they're present, and we see changes in people. And we work real hard with our clients to make sure that identify not just the obvious injuries, but all their injuries. But again, the most common injuries we see are the injuries to the spine. After that, we see injuries to extremities, broken bones, torn ligaments, torn tendons. And we make sure and explore all injuries with our clients and make sure that they get treated for all their injuries and that all their injuries are diagnosed before we even think about closing their case out. Of course, a claim can only be made for injuries that were caused by the negligence of the at-fault person. We find out whether those injuries were caused by that negligence not because we think they are, but because my clients' medical providers have given us opinions that those injuries were in fact caused by that negligence.